Hello, it's Nikki. Let's talk about success today. And maybe you are watching this at a time when you are reflecting. And you also may be observing what is going on social media or with friends and family, and people are talking about their highlights. Maybe the stuff that looks great or is impressive on social media. Sometimes, just to give you an example, people might be like, I visited these 9 different countries this year, or I got a book deal and I became a Sunday Times bestseller, or I met the person of my dreams, or I ran a marathon. All of these things that if you share them, people would say, well, that's a successful year. Well done. That's brilliant. And they're very much responding to the finished product. And yet, if you have had a year where you have got to the end of it and you've maybe thought about it, maybe been unkind to yourself, that you didn't do it right, or what have I even done anyway? Any of those voices that like to play out at this time of year. I want to talk about the other side of success. That very rarely does, well, like with nature, very rarely does the flower just appear. In fact, I would say it's pretty impossible. You have to have that seed, you have to nurture that seed, take care of that seed in order for you to get the final result, i.e. the beautiful rose at the end of it. And so we must applaud and acknowledge and champion every step of the process. The fact that maybe this year was all about you saying, I'm ready to plant some new seeds. I am ready to plant some new seeds. And metaphorically, it has taken all year for you to get to that point where you say, okay, I'm ready. It feels vulnerable, it feels exposing, it feels challenging, but I've decided to plant the seeds. And so what you might find in the next year or two to come, you then get to see what those seeds become. And so I hope you can see in that process how damaging it might be to disregard parts of the process. So for example, if you had sown those seeds and then at the end of it go, well, they haven't grown anyway, I'm just going to dig them all up and just get rid of them. That's it. No more. Haven't got the results that I wanted. And this is your reminder today, it might just take a bit more time. I know that the way that the year falls, it's sort of the polite kind of organized Virgo version might be like, but I said that I would do it this year. And I put it in a spreadsheet and I'm very annoyed that it didn't happen. Well, do you know what? Maybe this year you were needed in other places. You were needed in a different kind of way. Maybe the timeline that you set for yourself, even though it made sense on paper, was not in keeping with what the goal required of you. So I hope that this has been useful. I hope that you can take a moment for yourself today and acknowledge everything that you have done. And even if you might say to me, I haven't done anything. I haven't done anything. Please don't see that as a negative, and please don't live in that space for way too long. The fact that maybe you've had a year of not getting the results that you want will really indicate what it is that you do want. And so maybe it is time to flip things around. And having that data, sometimes you have to feel it. Sometimes you have to feel it and say, do you know what? I'm never doing that again. You're never doing that again. And I was thinking this morning about many of the things that I have failed at and how they are just as useful when I'm going forward. And also, even though Instagram, the internet, might say or might present people who win all of the time, they're only telling you half a story. And that gradual process behind the scenes of doing the thing takes time and effort and care and consideration. So keep going. I am cheering you on every step of the way. If you want help with goal setting, just check the comments. All the information is there. Help yourself and yeah, crack on. Please acknowledge what you've done. There's so much. There is so much. Don't allow yourself to get into that spiral that your time scale is different to somebody else's. It isn't. It's your time scale, and all of these things are coming together. Please trust in that. I absolutely believe in you. I know you can do this. So yeah, let's get busy and enjoy the process. Lots of love. Bye.